What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a Wet n Wild highlighter collection video. I figured I would film this because most times you don't have the option of swatching highlighters in store. I mean, you can, you shouldn't, but people do it, but there's not actual testers, so I thought this would be a good video to do just so you can see inexpensive highlighters without swatching them on your hands. Or yeah, so if you are interested, stay tuned. Alright, so I have a decent collection. I don't have every single highlighter Wet n Wild has come up with. However, I have a decent amount. So yeah, let me just get started. So I purchased Boozy Brunch, which is the first Wet n Wild highlighter technically that I bought, maybe? I think this is the first Wet n Wild highlighter I purchased, if I'm not mistaken. The reason why I got this guy is because I wanted to get Champagne Pop, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to splurge on it. I've owned high-end highlighters before, but I didn't know if I wanted to have more than... Yeah, I just didn't know if I wanted to get Champagne Pop because I just got married and I was like, I'm not going to spend that much money on a highlighter. But anyways, I was like, you know what, if I like Boozy Brunch, maybe I will go and get the Becca one. So anyways, I got Boozy Brunch to see if I would get into highlighter more, I should say. And so yeah, this was $5.99 at Walgreens, and it looks like this. Off the bat, it doesn't look like it would be a dupe for Champagne Pop, or it doesn't actually look like it'd be the prettiest color because it's kind of weird. Like, a gold, it has gold on, like, gold in it, but it's not necessarily something you would think would look really pretty on your skin. And so yeah, this is what it looks like. It's like a baked product basically. And so these kind of remind me of the MAC's mineralized skin finishes, if you guys are familiar with those. So yeah, like I said, this was $5.99, and you can often get them on sale at Walgreens. And this comes with 11.3 grams of product. That is, like, I want to say 5 more grams than Becca or so. 8, 9. No, just kidding. That's about like 3 grams more of a full-size Champagne Pop, like 3.3, because I think they have 8 grams. But anyways, let me swatch it for you guys. So I have a pretty hefty swatch. Sorry, I have a Band-Aid on. Okay, it looks like this. And it glides on smoothly. I will say, out of all of them, like the highlighters I have, these guys are a little... like, they have a little bit more kick up, but they are smooth, but they are a little bit more powdery. I think it's because, like, my skin is pretty dry, so you may want to make sure you're moisturized pretty well. But honestly, I always go in with setting spray afterwards, no matter what highlight I'm wearing. So it's not a baked gelée formula, it is a powder formula. So it looks like this. It's really pretty. It's a really pretty gold, and this is what it looks like next to it. So you wouldn't have thought, like, this, it would make this color. So there's that. I'm gonna just pack some on. It's nice and soft. I'll be honest and say I don't use these guys the most anymore, just because the Mega Glow have been my favorite. So this is part of the To Reflect collection. This is the black collection. And so there are 3 highlighters in this line. And so I have the other 2, and the reason why I got the other 2 is because I think Walgreens was having a sale, and I think these were either $2.99 or $3.99 or something like that. So they were really inexpensive, and so I thought I would go ahead, try it, and pick them up. And so this guy, I will do this one first. This is called I'll Have a Cosmo, and I'll Have a Cosmo is just this really pretty, it's this pretty pink. It looks nice in the pan, I will say. However, like, okay, I'm gonna swatch it. It has the same amount of product in it. It's really pretty. There's that, what it looks like on my finger. But it doesn't show up on my skin tone too great. Like, it's very subtle. If you like subtle highlight, this is for you. If you like blinding highlight, you might want to pass on this one. I would say Boozy Brunch has more of intense highlight versus this one. This one's very subtle. So that's what it looks like on my skin tone. And honestly, for maybe paler skin tones, you probably could pull this off as a blush. But I think you would have to pack it on if you wanted to blush. So this would be like a nice blush topper. And I find that this one just doesn't stick on my skin as well. Hold on. I'm gonna put a little bit more on my finger here. Yeah, it's not as glowy as Boozy Brunch. As you can see, it's not too intense. So that one is, I'll have a Cosmo, and then this one is a highlighter too, and it's called Sangria Castles. This is more of a blush on me. I would say this is more of a highlight on a deeper skin tone. Let me show you guys what that looks like. And I honestly think this is more of like a blush. I mean, this could be a highlight on a deeper skin tone, but I feel like this would be a nice blush topper more so. Actually, this would work on a deep skin tone. I think this would work good as a highlighter on me in the summertime when I'm tan. But I will say, if you have a fair skin tone, this would be more so a nice blush. And yeah, I don't know if I would justify this as being a highlighter, even in a dark skin tone. I feel like it would give you a nice sheen, but it wouldn't be a traditional pop-in highlight. So these are the three. So this is Boozy Brunch, I'll Have a Cosmo, and Sangria Castles. So those are the three from the Black collection. So the next guys I have are the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powders. They look like this, and this is actually, these are my favorite, like, collection wise. And these are, wait, what's this one? This one is Precious Petals. This, when I purchased it, it retailed for $3.99, I believe, and I think they're $4.99 now. They're still cheap, but I just purchased them when they were like $3.99, I believe. Yeah, and I actually purchased it on the Wet n Wild website because they weren't in store yet, and these originally released as limited edition. These two were Crown of My Canopy, which is this one, and Precious Petals. So the black line, those are permanent. Sorry, I didn't explain that. And these are now permanent, but then last year or so, actually it might be 2 years almost, these came out in a summer collection of 2016, I believe. And so this is what it looks like. This is probably like one of my favorite ones. It's just really soft. It has kind of like a baked gelée formula. It is powdery. I will say it's softer than the like Boozy Brunch, but it has a softer formula. It's not quite a baked gelée, but it is like smooth like a baked gelée. Yeah. So that is, why did I swatch it like that? I never really think through when I do swatches. Yeah, I will learn eventually. Okay. So that is what it looks like. You know what? Let me do this. Right here. This is Precious Petals. So it's really pretty, and Precious Petals seems like it's just more of a peachy version of, actually Boozy Brunch and Precious Petals don't even look alike that much. So that one, I really love the formulation. As you can see, comparatively to the other three highlighters, this one stands out a little bit more. Okay, so this guy comes with 5.4 grams. So it is half of the amount of product, basically, than these guys, but I really like the formulation of these better than the Black collection. The Black collection is still great. Alrighty, the next color from the Mega Glow highlights is Crown of My Canopy. Same packaging, and this still has 5.4 grams. Looks like this. Okay, so this guy is more of like a rose gold, whereas Precious Petals was more of like a peachy. Yeah, I would describe it as like a peachy highlighter. So I'm gonna swatch it right here. So that kind of looks like Sangria Castles, but lighter and brighter in a sense. If you can see, this is Sangria Castles, and then this is Crown of My Canopy. I really love Crown of My Canopy when I'm like bronzed and tanned. I really like how it looks as a blush topper and also like a highlighter. These are probably not ideal for fair complexions, but I've watched like I think Liv Loves Makeup, and she wears them as a highlighter, and she's pretty fair. And so I think honestly with a light hand you can make Precious Petals work. But yes, so these two are really beautiful. Those are those two. And then these were actually limited edition last spring, but I think you can still buy them on the Wet n Wild website, and sometimes I feel like some Walgreens and CVS's will have collections out of season. So what I mean by that is like they won't have it the same time they were supposed to release it, so you might be able to find it. So yeah, otherwise check on the Wet n Wild website. I purchased these at a Walgreens because they had them and they were $4.99 each. So these have 5.4 grams as well, and these are the limited edition colors right here. Sorry, I was drawing a blank for a second. So this guy is Lilac to Reality, and then this one is the Sweetest Bling. Honestly, out of all of them, like the Sweetest Bling is my like favorite. It is beautiful. So it looks like this. I wish I got a backup of this, but yeah, it had a heart, like a silver heart in the center, but I've kind of like used it up, so you can't really see it as well anymore. But it's just this gorgeous, perfect pink. It's very metallic. This is honestly what I wanted the Moonchild pink heart, I think, to be. This is honestly smoother. If these would have came out sooner, then if this would have came out before the Moonchild, then I probably would have skipped on the Moonchild, to be honest. But I will say, like, Anastasia was like one of the first in the game to go out with a highlighter, so yeah, I should say colored highlighter. Okay, so I'm gonna swatch this guy right here. It's just this perfect metallic pink. It's so pretty. It's right here. I love it. It's gorgeous. So I'm gonna swatch Lilac to Reality, and you can see the heart in Lilac to Reality. I haven't used it as much, and I actually have a backup of this. I really need to, I decided that I should stop getting backups of highlighters. I kind of have a problem with limited edition stuff, but it's usually only if it's drugstore. I typically don't get backups of high-end, but even then, like, I love highlighters so much that I have a ton of them that it's unnecessary for me to get backups, because I feel like this is going to take forever. It's 5 grams, and yes, it's less than the 11.3 grams, but 11.3 grams will last me a lifetime, and this is going to last just as long. And so yeah, anyways, so this is the Lilac to Reality, and it's just this really pretty silvery purple, or lilac. It's really pretty, and then I'm just going to swatch it right next to, what is it called? Yeah, the Sweetest Bling. And this kind of reminds me of Purple Horseshoe. So it is kind of powdery, as you can see, but it is pretty smooth at the same time. It's gorgeous. I love those. And actually, Wet n Wild has released more colors since. I believe there's 4 colors I don't have, and there is colors in the collection that resemble these, but I really love these. I think that's why I haven't really actually picked them up, or yeah, that's why I haven't picked them up. So there's that. Okay, and so next, I'm gonna compare them to maybe the Moonchild when we're done. Okay, so the next guy I got is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Bar, and this is the reason why I originally ordered the Mega Glow highlighters, was because I wanted this so bad. This is from the 2016, was it 2016? Holiday collection, so last year, well, 2 years ago almost, yeah. This is from the Holiday 2016 collection. I searched like everywhere. So many Five Belows, Walgreens, CVS, no luck at all. If I would finally find it at Five Below, they would always be sold out, and there was only 2 per display. And so I decided to order it online for the first time from Wet n Wild, and I was like, ugh, I didn't want to order online because I hate paying for shipping. I know it's stupid, but shipping from Wet n Wild is $5.99, which is, you know, I mean, this was $3.99, so I was paying more for shipping than I was the actual product, so that was kind of annoying. So that's why I ended up getting like a backup of this, and then I ended up picking these because I wanted to make it worth my while if I was going to pay that much for shipping. But anyways, this is gorgeous. This, I would say, resembles more of a baked gelée formula. This is called This is called Holly Gold Head, and this is what it looks like. I believe this has 6 grams of product. It's scraped off. Actually, I have a backup. I'm going to check my backup. It has 6.2 grams of product. So it has a little bit more, and it was only $3.99. But anyways, it looks like this, and it has a little star right there, and so it's kind of scratched off. And this formulation is just so smooth. I would say this is smoother than even the Mega Glow, even like the other square Mega Glows. It's so pretty. Look at that. I'm gonna put it right on top here so you can see it. Can you see that? It's really intense. So this definitely stands out more than Boozy Brunch. So here's Boozy Brunch, and then here's Holly Gold Head. And so the story with this is actually I bought 2, right, because I wanted a backup, and it arrived broken, and I was like, are you kidding me? It arrived broken, one, and it took forever to get it. Well, it seemed like forever. It took a couple weeks, which I feel like nowadays, like, Ulta's pretty fast, even Target's pretty fast, and like so is Sephora with the flash shipping. So I feel like it took a while, and then it arrived broken, and so I was frustrated with this. And then customer service was kind of hard to get a hold of people for customer service. But when I finally got a hold of them, they sent me a new one, and I think there was actually like something wrong with my Canopy or something. They sent me replacements. So thankfully they sent me replacements, because literally it was like shattered into pieces. Both of them. Yeah, both of them were shattered into pieces. And so, yeah. And it wasn't really wrapped that securely. I think when they sent the second package, I think it was better. So that was nice. Okay, so here is Holly Gold Head. And actually, yes, it was limited edition last year, but they had it this holiday season, and you might be able to still find it at your drugstore. So that is Holly Gold Head. That is probably one of my favorites as well. I really love the Mega Glow highlighting powders, like more than the black casing. Okay, the next one is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting bar, and this is from the Mermaid collection, I can't believe, in fall. And this is called Midnight Moon, and I probably shouldn't have purchased this, to be honest, because this is definitely a dupe for one of my Anastasia Aurora Glow kits, but honestly I wanted it. It was a mermaid, and I love the sketching, which is stupid because if I use it a lot, it's gonna go away. But anyways, I was like, okay, I want every single highlighter from Wet n Wild, but then I was like, you know what, that's not realistic. Some of them are going to be repetitive, so I was like, even though they're cheaper, they will add up. So that was my last straw. So this actually retailed for I think $6.99, and it has 8.5 grams of product. So what was weird about it was that I got it at Walgreens and it was open. It was kind of annoying, yes, and I typically would never buy something that had been open, but it didn't look like it was swatched, so I decided to get it. It was the last one, so I got it. And so this is what it looks like. It's really pretty. It has like the tail or the fin. Yeah, the mermaid tail. And so this is definitely different. It is more so of like a white gold color, whitish gold color. Let me swatch it right here. It's really pretty. And so some people don't like this because it gives like a gray cast, which it could for like deeper skin tone. Looks like that. Yeah, I still love it. It's really pretty. So I think you could even still get that at Ulta, to be honest. I think I saw it there. So yeah, so that is that. And then my last highlighter, Wet n Wild Color Icon Rainbow Highlighter. So this was limited edition in 2016. It came out and everyone was raving about it and was going crazy about it. This was $5.99. Well, at least started off as $5.99. I think it actually started off as $4.99, and I think they raised prices. And so this was a part of my Christmas gift from my husband last Christmas because I really wanted it, and they went back in stock around like Thanksgiving or so. And so this, I think he ended up getting it for $6.99 or something, but this has 7.5 grams of product, and this is just the color icon, so it's not like part of the Mega Glow collection. And this is called Unicorn Glow. I think you could actually find this in stores now, but I actually love this. I will say this is, I don't wear it often. I just don't wear rainbow highlighter, but I did wear it for Halloween, and I still, like, I've worn it before, but it's just not as worn, I should say, as my other highlighters. And so what I love about this is you can take a, like, what is it called? A circle round sponge, which is what I do. And you can like scrape it back and forth across, not scrape it, like rub it back and forth across, and you can get legit rainbow. I was a unicorn for Halloween, and that's what I did. I will insert a picture just so you can see. But also obviously you can swirl it all together, which is what I will show you today. And so this is what it looks like swirled. It's just this really pretty blue color. I will say this is not as smooth as the Mega Glow collection, but it is just as pretty. So this has more of a greenish tone altogether than the Mermaid highlighter, which was called Midnight Moon. They're pretty similar now that I'm looking at them. I owned this one before I owned the Mermaid one, so I'm doing a pretty heavy swatch. So this definitely has more greenish, bluish tones. It looks like that. So that is all the swatches. Hold on. I think I told you guys this had 7.5 grams of product. Yep. Those are all the swatches. I just want to show you guys them one more time before we end this video. So this was Boozy Brunch. This was I'll Have a Cosmo, Sangria Castle, and those were from the black collection, permanent collection, the To Reflect, I guess, if that's the collection called. And so those are permanent. These ones are, I think these are permanent now, some of them. So Precious Petals and Crown of My Canopy are permanent. This is Holly Goldhead, which is like a holiday special. I think you could still find it though. This is Midnight Moon. This is Unicorn Glow. This is the Sweetest Bling, and this is Lilac to Reality. And so these two from the black collection are permanent. These are limited edition, but they might still be available on the Wet n Wild website. I'll link stuff if you guys want from the Wet n Wild website. And these were limited edition, but this is still available on Ulta. Okay, so those were basically all of my Wet n Wild highlighters. I hope this was helpful for you guys. It's always nice to see swatches. I know when I am looking for highlighters in store, if I see a sale, I always look for swatches online, whether it's a video or online, because I always like to see it on someone's skin tone, because I usually don't buy anything without looking up reviews. That's just my nature with like everything I buy, whether it's makeup or something of like an item I'm splurging on, or if it's a backpack, or I don't know. I always look up reviews. So comment down below if you have any questions. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.